Welcome to Pool Opening, Part 9, Adding Granular Shock. Now, you're going to buy the granular shock, and on the back of the package, it's going to tell you how to administer it to the pool. And it's going to say to mix it in a bucket of water. Well, you can do that, and you're going to find that it won't all dissolve. So then you might think, well, okay, I'll break it up. I'll put some shock in and water, and then you'd pour it around the pool and do this whole thing and that. Well, I guarantee you that as good as you mix it up, it is not going to all dissolve. It takes time. I have a different method. And you know what? You don't need a bucket. We're going to pour it in the skimmer. Okay, whoa, hold on. Don't pour shock in your skimmer. You'll damage everything. Listen, you've been doing pools for 35 years. You know best, man. Fuck off. Okay? I've been doing pools for 15 years. This one, not once, ever in 15 years have I had a problem doing it my way. And my way is a hell of a lot faster and a hell of a lot less work, so let's get started. Before you do this, you must get your pool filter out of the equation, because if you leave it in circuit, you're probably going to destroy it. And that's on you, because I already told you not to do that. So we need our multi-port valve in the recirculate position, which is exactly where it is, because I haven't started my filter up yet. So if it's not in the recirculate position, shut your pump off, move your handle to recirculate, and turn it on. And now we're going to go over to the skimmer. How much shock do I add? Well, that the package is going to tell you, because it depends on exactly what you buy, and it's going to tell you how many packets of it per 10,000 gallons of water in your pool. And you can do length times width times depth to get the approximate number of gallons in your pool. Blah, 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 blah. So you figure that out on your own. I can't tell you because everybody's got a different pool. But now we're going to go to the skimmer. And I'm going to tell you, before I do it, why it works. So I have this scoop over here filled with granular shock. I don't know where the scoop came from. It was just here. And that's what I use, and it seems to work for me. And that's how much I put in. One scoop. Maybe half a scoop extra when the pool's really disgusting like it is now. But anyway, let's discuss why this works. Remember how I said when you put it in the bucket, it doesn't all dissolve? Well, we need this to dissolve, because if it doesn't and you pour it in the pool, these little granules are going to sit on the bottom of your pool. And it doesn't matter if you have a gunite pool or you have a vinyl line pool, that can damage it. And that you don't want, and I'm sure everybody can agree on that. So typically, if you do it with the bucket method, you're going to then have to brush your pool and hope that all those granules will get themselves dissolved. What if we had a really, really big bucket of water, like a 55-gallon drum, and we put just that amount of shock in there? You think it would dissolve in that? Oh, it definitely would. There's no question, because we have such a little amount of shock and such a huge amount of water, but you're not going to be pouring a 55-gallon drum into your pool. What if we had a bottomless bucket that water continuously flowed through? See that? That's exactly what we have. We have a bucket here that water is continuously flowing through. Now, again, the pool company dicks that come and watch the video are going to tell you this is going to destroy your pump. It's going to burn it out. It's going to destroy your filter. Well, I already said take your filter out of circuit. So can it burn your pump out? Yeah. You know what? They're right. they're absolutely right. If you take that and just dump it right in, you're going to be in for a lot of hell. So the key is to do it slowly, and very slowly. I'll take it not even by the handle. This shock is kind of damp because that's how it gets over the winter, but it dries out. See the little sprinkly? That's it. Don't go any faster than that. And I'm going to prove this to you. This is chlorine, by the way, so don't touch it. If it gets on your clothes, it's going to bleach it out, all that kind of stuff. So if we just go on our little sprinkly, you're going to tell me that that amount of shock going through that much water is going to burn your pump out? I beg to differ. That dissolved immediately. And if it doesn't dissolve in here, and it's not all going to immediately, we're going to see that in a bit, by the time it makes it back to the pool where water is or back to the pump rather, where water is flowing at a very, very high velocity, these granules are getting broken down and dissolved, which is exactly what we want. So we're going to keep sprinkling. The key is to do it slowly. Don't just dump it in, because if you do, you're going to have a really bad time. Just sprinkle like this. This takes you less than a minute. I'm talking through it and stopping and, you know, all that. Takes you less than a minute. You couldn't even fill the bucket up this fast and get it dissolved in that. There's no way. This is way faster and way easier. And like I said, as long as you take all the precautions and do this slowly, you will have absolutely no trouble. We got a big clump there. That's gonna, you know, it'll dissolve. That's why the basket is in here also, so the big clumps like that, it's gonna catch. Alright, so we just shake that in, shake that in, shake that in. Just like that. And that's the end. Now, I'm just going to take that off to make it easier to see. We have shock in the basket. So, just go like this. And just keep doing that a few times, and all those little clumps in there will dissolve. This tree stuff, this is collecting, I'll dump it out, but there's shock also, and I don't want to waste it. So we'll just do that for a bit. That's close enough right there. That works better than most washing machines today, just doing that. So we'll shake that out. Now, what I like to do is get my hand in here and feel around. So I feel around the lip here, not much to speak of, but down in the bottom, and it's cold now, so it's not fun, down in the bottom, there is going to be some shock. I just swish it around. Just keep going, make like a whirlpool kind of thing. Maybe you can see that. And I feel in there, everything is absolutely clear. There are no granules in. And we're all set. Put that back in. Put that back on top. That way. Put the cover on. And you've just shocked your pool. Shocking, isn't it? Now that you've done that, you're going to want to let your pump run for a couple of minutes, 5. Some people tell you 3, others will tell you 10. When you feel comfortable, it's ready. That's all there is to it. 10 seconds ain't gonna cut it. But just give it a little time. And then everything will be fine. That's right, shocking your pool has never been this easy. Just because there's a quote-unquote established way of doing something doesn't mean it's the right way and doesn't mean it's the best way. If you think outside the box like I did and understand the physics involved in what's actually going on, you can use it to your advantage. And that's exactly what I did. So again, if I'm burning my pump out, why hasn't it happened in 15 years? So, yeah, this method works. I've been doing it, I'm living proof of it, and everything has been just fine. So that's all there is to it. Thanks so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.